Hi, my name is Natalie, and I have been teaching and practicing tantric meditations and healing for the past 10 years. And I do sessions with men mainly who have issues in their sexuality, some kind of dysfunction. It can be in the sex or it can be in the relationship itself, like with the woman they're having the sex. And recently I had a man come to me in a session and tell me that he broke his penis from masturbating. Now, you know, there is no bone there. I think it's more of a sensation that he had, that he broke his penis. And I was kind of shocked. I never heard a man tell me this before, but I do know that a lot of men are lonely recently, and I think masturbation is on a rise, especially with all the pornography that we can find online very easily, very free, and very available, like even on your phone. So can you break your penis from masturbating too much? I guess it's like any other organ in the body. If we abuse it and we use it too much and we don't use it for what it's meant to be used for, yes, you can probably break it. So people who do too much stuff up their nose, you know, it kind of removes the divider in between there. Like any kind of excessive use of a substance or of a function, like a bodily function, I'm guessing can cause a lot of damage. Now, how much is masturbating too much that this guy was scared that he actually broke his penis? I asked him these questions, and the answers that I got was, this guy masturbates at least 3 times a day. 3 times a day. He's 51 years old. He does it 3 times a day. He said sometimes he'll be horny at work and he'll go to the toilet and masturbate in the middle of the day in the toilets, in his office. Other times he'll just sit and watch TV and suddenly something turns him on the TV show and he'll just pull his penis out and masturbate. And this is on a daily basis. So he said between 3 to 5 times a day. And, you know, if someone tells me they masturbate 3 to 5 times a day, I am guessing, oh, this guy is lonely, poor guy, probably can't find a woman. No, this man was fucking women left and right. He's a very good looking man, tall, like very strongly built, has sex, like has friends he has sex with, has women he has sex with. So this guy's having sex like 3-4 times a week with different women and masturbating 3 to 5 times a day. Can we understand that this is excessive use of your penis? And you're 51 years old, you're not getting any younger. And basically he reached a point where he can't get an erection because it hurts too much, but because he is so addicted to the masturbation, he masturbates with a soft penis, barely reaches like this poor man's orgasm, and he can't let his penis alone. Like he can't stop doing this. And again, very good looking, very successful guy. I think if you saw him in the street, you wouldn't think that this is the problem that this man has. You know, twice divorced, has kids, has everything going on for him. Like I said, good looking, in shape, has a job, but is obsessive about sex. And I wanted to say obsessive about his penis, but that's not the obsession. The obsession is experiencing sexual stimulation and sexual energy like a drug. And the organ that creates that drug is your penis. And if you use it too much, if you masturbate so many times and you ejaculate every time you're masturbating, this is going to have an effect on your general health, on your emotional health, and on your physical health. And it's going to affect your penis. So even as a woman, like I know that if I masturbate too much or if it's with a toy that is too strong, I have pain there afterwards. And when I have the pain there, I don't have that anymore, by the way, ever since I'm in like Tantra, but I did have that before. And if there is any pain in the genitals, you want to kind of let it go and not keep on stimulating it despite the pain. Any kind of pain in our body is a sign that that area in our body needs rest, it needs healing. And I think this is what I told this guy, this obsessive masturbator and fucker, I guess you could call him. I kind of try to show him that his penis needs healing. And it's not a healing that you're going to get from a woman, because obviously, you know, this guy has a lot of women and they're all touching his penis, but no healing is happening there. And I recommended him, you know, maybe give it a break for 1 week. And this was very hard for him. Like his penis hurts, it barely works. He masturbates on like 10% sexual energy, and I'm telling him to take a break for a week, and he didn't want to. And I'm like, okay, you don't have to. This is what I told him. Once a day, every time, or maybe not once a day, but for the next week, every time that sexual thoughts come up in your head, every time that thoughts about you wanting to masturbate or to have sex, anytime they come into your head, do a small meditation, like a short meditation. Close your eyes, lie on your back, put your hand on your penis, and love it. Like, say thank you for all the amazing times you've had together, and for him always being there for you, and for him being so amazing and giving you so much pleasure. And try and treat your penis in the meditations like your inner child, you know, the part of your body that gives you pleasure, that allows you to have fun, but you might have abused it a bit too much. So you want to apologize to your penis and thank your penis. And I said maybe gently stroke your penis, just like, you know, like a very soft like touch, without any gain, without really raising the sexual energy, without having to ejaculate. Just make love with your penis, be in love with your penis for the next week, and see how that changes. And I think it's a different perspective and different way of looking at the penis. Now, I'm a woman, I do not have a dick. I don't have one, I've never had one. But I've talked to so many men, and I've healed and treated so many men around that area of the body, and I did it without even touching it. I've never touched a man's penis in a session, but I still can help them with their healing journey around that area of the body, because the real healing comes from within. And at the end of the day, you can go to healers, and you can go to therapists, and you can go to people who are kind of, you know, going to offer you suggestions, and they're going to fix your problem. But Louise Hay, I don't know during what decade this was, but she always said, you know, we're the only ones who can heal ourselves. No one else can heal us but ourselves. And that starts with going in and contemplation and working with memories and the inner child and treating our body in a loving, compassionate way. And we're the only ones who can heal that and heal ourselves and our body. And definitely, if you have any kind of issues with your penis, you're the only one who's going to be able to heal it at the end of the day. Because for a man, you know, the penis is the source of pleasure, and he should be your best friend. You should be going out on adventures together. You should be excited together. You should be interacting with each other. You should be taking advice from him, because your body knows better than what you do. You know, if you want to have sex with a woman but your penis isn't working, you should listen to it. Maybe you should not have sex with that woman. So we want to build a loving, friendly, compassionate and caring relationship with our penis. And masturbating 3 times a day is not that. So that's what I suggested he do. Like, cut it off and start building a loving, friendly, compassionate relationship with your penis. And at first he thought it was weird, but eventually he kind of figured out that he's abusing his own body and himself. And it could be because of all the abuse that he experienced as a child, but now he's doing it to himself. So that was the beginning of his healing journey. So I did a video recently about like how many times should you masturbate. Again, I'm not a man. I don't know what is best. I'm sure different experts will say different numbers for each person or each purpose or from whatever like school he comes from. But I definitely know how much is too much. And how much is too much masturbation? It's when your dick starts hurting from it. That's when it's too much. And probably a while, you know, a bit before that, it was already too much. If you reach the point that it hurts and you think you broke it, then you've gone past the point of too much masturbation and you're in the dead zone, like the bad energy zone where it's probably not even going to work, and if it does, it's going to hurt. So how much is too much? I think it's very individual, and every person should figure that out for himself and see how he feels, how his body feels, how he feels mentally, how he feels emotionally. And if you feel like you're masturbating too much, you probably are. And then we want to start taking it down. And the best tip that I give men on this subject is if you're trying to cut down, okay, because, you know, you don't know how many times is good or not good, but you feel like you're doing it too much. And that's a personal feeling, and I respect that. And now you want to kind of start, you know, reducing the number of times you do it. You can't, like, most men don't want to go cold turkey. And even if they do the no nut, no fap thing for a month, when they come back, they'll go back to masturbating the same way. So I think when we try to clean ourselves or to rehab ourselves from a bad habit, I think we need to do it gradually. So you can reduce the times you masturbate every day. And another thing that you can do, which is, this is the tip that I give men, if you're trying to reduce the times you masturbate a day, when the thought comes up, oh, I'll masturbate now, that is a good time to meditate and to go inwards and to see, why do I want to masturbate now? What else am I feeling? What happened to me today that led me to this point? Is there something else I can do that will help me feel better that does not involve my penis? And, you know, the contemplation and the inner conversation around the topic and not doing it automatically just because I'm used to is the beginning of the healing process that men can go through. And it's not because masturbating is not okay, it's because sometimes we're causing damage to our body and we want to heal and feel better. That's the only reason I would say you should do this practice. And if you're fine with it, then I don't know why you're watching my video. Just keep on masturbating and have fun. But I'm talking to those men who it does bother them and they feel like they're doing it too much and it's causing them damage, then that's what I would start with on your healing journey in this area of the body. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I have recently opened this channel and I am doing videos quite often on tantra, meditation and sexual healing for men and for women. So if it interests you, please subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you think you're masturbating too much, or if you have stopped masturbating too much and it's helped you in your life, I would also love to hear from you in the comments and let me know your experience. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon in my next video.